Over the last couple of weeks, we have seen a whole host of stories come out about people from the past working with Johnny Depp and Amber Heard, and we've also seen quite a few other people come out now and saying, we never liked him, we never wanted to work with him. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're now going to take a quick look at Ezra Miller. That's right, the guy who plays the Flash in Batman vs Superman and Justice League, and also in the Fantastic Beasts film. And, well, let's just say he thought he should have been consulted on Johnny Depp's casting for the Fantastic Beasts film. Yeah, someone who hasn't starred in a multi-billion-dollar franchise is saying he should have been consulted, been told, or been asked, or what his opinion is of someone who has starred in a multi-billion-dollar franchise joining their cast. To be honest with you, I would have been like, yeah, let's get it, because he brings the eyes in, he brings the money in. Plus, when you mix Pirates of the Caribbean and the Harry Potter franchise, you're going to get something quite interesting. Again, Crimes of Grindelwald weren't exactly great, but that is just down to the writing, and that is all JK's fault. But we're going to take a look at this website, the Nikki Swift website, and this is actually from yesterday, but it's got a whole host of information on it as we go down. So, the first one is the real reason Ezra Miller can't stand Johnny. Whenever Ezra makes headlines, he tends to raise a few eyebrows. The young actor got his start with roles in films like City Island and We Need to Talk About Kevin. Then he drew even more eyes. No, not the literal sense, don't care about them, as a misfit teen in a film adaptation of The Perks of Being a Wallflower. Acting alongside Emma Watson and Logan Lerman, audiences were drawn to the star's impressive acting chops and unconventional artsy look. On a related note, Miller made headlines in 2018 for identifying as queer and non-binary, in addition to detailing his life on his 95-acre Vermont farm. Miller seamlessly made the transition to blockbuster films. He stars as Credence Barebone in Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, and its sequel, Fantastic Beasts: Crimes of Grindelwald, and obviously The Flash, as we previously said. With zero social media presence, Miller is a mystifying, sometimes controversial star. So, when asked about his relationship on set with Johnny, who co-starred in the second Fantastic Beasts film, the star unsurprisingly found himself in the headlines again. Here's what he thought about working with Johnny. So, Ezra Miller wasn't consulted about Johnny Depp joining the Fantastic Beasts franchise. To be honest with you, like I said, he shouldn't have been, no one should have been. On the actual cast out of everyone, if you had to choose someone, I'd probably go with Jude Law, because again, out of everyone, Jude Law, well, he's Jude Law. So, in a 2018 interview with Playboy, Ezra Miller explained that he and his fellow Fantastic Beasts cast members weren't asked to weigh in on his addition to the cast. Ah well, just get on with the job, because it's not your area of expertise, Mr. Miller. Johnny's role as a titular character, Grindelwald, faced a backlash for months. The reason? According to Business Insider, fans are upset over AH's allegations of all of this against Johnny. Which we have seen over the last couple of weeks, where all the evidence that she supposedly gave was blasted out of the water by Johnny's legal team, who had evidence to back up that it was all lies. That just goes to show that someone like AH, where she thinks like, oh, he done this, he done that, but then someone comes out, like Johnny, with the evidence stating, actually, she was doing this to me. Here we go, we got photographic evidence, we got eyewitness accounts, we got the lot. In Miller's Playboy interview, he spoke on the decision to cast the actor, saying, no, none of us were consulted, none of us knew. Miller added, look, I bring forth my work to this job and I do the best that I can. Saying I would say that literally every single aspect of my reality, inclusive of a lot of things that are not fine with me, are fine with me. It's amazing how far the banner of all good can extend. In other words, it sounds like as long as Johnny doesn't cause any trouble on set, it's all good. To me, that just sounds like the writer of this article is basically just standing for Ezra Miller. That being said, Miller has faced his fair share of controversy. According to Variety in April 2020, Miller made headlines for appearing to do this in a video at a bar in Iceland. the staff reportedly escorted the actor off the premises following the incident, where they actually said he was banned and he waited until the police turned up. So when you actually got someone who's saying, I was never consulted about having someone like him here, who has no evidence against him, all they got is someone saying one thing, but then the person who is saying, we don't want you here, has evidence, video evidence as well, that is, against him, showing what he was doing to someone, which Amber was actually saying that Johnny did to her. So it's kind of like a complete 180 switch, which is absolutely mind-blowing. But the next part we got, we're going to have a quick look, is celebrities who cannot stand him. This is part of the actual article, but this was June of this year, and you got quite a few people where obviously you had Amber, she was done all of this, but you had Elon who wishes Johnny left him out of it. To be honest with you, if I was a multi-billionaire and I was supposedly porking someone who was married and again to someone like Johnny and everything else, I'd be like, yeah, we're not going to do this, leave me out of it, it's all up to you. But then obviously we've seen all the stories now where Elon has been having a legal battle with Amber supposedly over frozen embryos. It's just nuts. This entire storyline, it goes for 2020 so well. Because again, 2020 has turned out to be the lost of all years. And, the first part of the thing was great, yeah, going good. All of a sudden it starts going down in season 3, season 4, and it's just like, what the hell is going on? That is probably the best way to describe 2020 so far. But yeah, so you have all of this here, and it's very interesting because obviously you got people who say they don't want Johnny because they heard something, but then when you got that person who literally hasn't been in any multi-billion-dollar franchises, but they've just come into one which they think is going to be a big hit, and technically it's not. And that just shows to me that he is a diva and he's trying to be too big for his own boots. That's what that does for me. But as I was saying, we will be keeping people updated on this whole Johnny Depp situation over the next couple of months. As we know, January 2021 is when his court case in the States finally gets the go-ahead, so that's going to be very explosive. Next month, we're hoping to get the actual judge's response, his verdict. And when we get that, I will let people know. So until then, if you are new to the channel, please like and subscribe, hit that notification bell for future updates, and I'll see each and every one of you soon.